Yo, what is up, nation? It's your boy Duo, and today I want to bring to you guys my Platinum 1 Max Rank Dogmatika Invoked deck list. I've been messing around with this deck a lot in Master Duel. I've been tearing it up in the TCG with this deck, but it's a little bit different in Master Duel, and so I wanted to mess around and get a good list for you guys to be able to play. So let's get right into it. So we're going to be starting off with some hand traps. We're obviously running our 3 Maxi and our 3 Ash Blossom. You got to be playing these cards. They're just too good. Play those cards. And then for the actual monsters, we are playing 3 copies of Alistair the Invoker, 3 copies of Dogmatika Ecclesia the Virtuous, 1 copy of Dogmatika Fleur-de-Lis the Knighted, and 3 copies of Dogmatika Maximus. I am still a 3 copies of Maximus believer. I think that this card's potential is just unmatched. It is such a good power play, and especially with a deck that is as inconsistent as this because of some certain hits on the Forbidden and Limited list. I think you definitely need consistency boosters, and Maximus definitely does the trick. Then moving on to our spells, we have 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. It's at 1. You just play this card. Eldritch is everywhere, and this is just a blowout. 3 copies of Upstart Goblin. I can't believe this card's at 3, but play it. It's really good. And then 1 copy of Terraforming to search our Meltdown. 2 copies of Invocation. I still think 2 is correct. I don't think that's really changed. 1 copy of Lightning Storm. You can kind of play whatever Blinding Second cards you want. This deck is meant to go first, but in coin flip format, you kind of just want to always have some cards that are just going to blow your opponent out. So I recommend that. And then our 1 copy of Nadir. This card's at 1 in Master Duel, which is, it makes me cry. And then 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity. Now I know Pot of Prosperity and Upstart interfere with each other, but I really think that you want to be able to max out on those consistency cards. It's not a big deal if you draw both, because with El Shaddai App Clone, you can just pitch whatever you didn't use. So it's not that big of a deal. I might consider playing this card at 3. I might play 3 Prosp and then 2 Upstart, but that's an experiment for another day. 2 copies of Magical Meltdown because it's at 2, super sad. And then 3 copies of Forbidden Chalice and 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Forbidden Droplet is a card I'm very torn on. I don't know if it's really necessary for Master Duel, just because there aren't really a lot of like 5 million negate board decks and whatnot out there. So, but there's definitely always good times to play Forbidden Chalice. This card I think is one of the best cards in Master Duel, and it's a rare, so I highly recommend the Chalice, and Droplet definitely came in clutch in a couple of games. And then 2 copies of Evenly Matched. This card's just a blowout. It's a super rare. I didn't know until recently, but I think it's really good. Especially against Eldritch, you can pitch this off of Mechaba and negate their traps, so that's definitely good. And then 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, pretty standard. And then our 1 copy of Shaddai Schism, our Shaddai package, if you will, our 1 card package. I absolutely play this. This card's just too nutty. So moving on to the extra deck, we have our 1 copy of Elder Entity in Tis, and then 1 copy of El Shaddai Winda, 1 copy of Invoked Raijin. I think this might be a bit of an unpopular choice, but I think it has some uses. I was using it in the Prank Kids matchup to banish their Fansies, and I think that Raijin is really good against that deck because they have to link summon a lot. El Shaddai App Cologne to search the Schism. 1 Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Construct, 1 Invoked Agoides, 1 Titaniclad. This is all pretty standard. The 2 Mechaba, and then Lunalight Saber Dancer. This is just kind of a flex spot. You can play whatever. You could play another Intis. You could play, maybe another Winda or another Construct. I just kind of played this because I'm a big Lunalight fan. Saber Dancer kind of has a funny effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard and then target 1 fusion monster you control. It gains 3000 attack until the end of this turn. So you can boost your Purgatrio to like 6k attack, and then it will do piercing damage. So there's some funny potential with Saber Dancer. And then you're going to be playing the Secure Garden and the Almirage for your normal summons. You will always want to play this over the Artemis. because you want to be able to banish for Maximus. And then our 1 copy of Underworld, Goddess of the Closed World. In a best of 1 format, it's very easy to just get janked out by like Crooked Cook Exodia. So it's always important to just have that sort of anti-jank card there. This could be considered a flex spot, if you will, but I think especially in Master Duel, it's really important that you don't get gimmicked out by any whack, you know, immortal monsters. So I definitely recommend Underworld, Goddess of the Closed World. But that'll do it for the list. Just a little quick updated list for you guys for Master Duel. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to put out videos more often, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.